Hey guys, it's me, Greg, aka the Free American Spirit, coming at you live from the massive shop here in the back of the trailer. So in today's video, what I want to do is give you an update on the Revolve chopper electric bike, because there's a lot of exciting stuff that's going to be happening. But I want to give you some pros and cons about the bike, and then I'm going to tell you about the big news. So stick with me. I'll be right back. Hey, welcome back everybody. I just wanted to go through a couple pros and cons of this bike real quick. Some of the things I like and some of the things I don't like. First off, the only thing that I really don't like is that I'm having a hard time finding a back rack that'll fit this bike. And the reason is, the cool fender sticks up a little bit, and I'm so short that this post right here, I have a 30-inch inseam that's down almost all the way. So most bike racks come up like this, then they have a thing that comes across and connects here. And since I'm so short, it won't fit. But if you were bigger and the seat was way up, like for a 6'4" guy, it'd be no problem. So I've just got to find one that kind of connects here and here, and like the old school down here, and stands alone. I'll get to it. Right now the battery's being charged. So that's about the only con that I have on this bike. The bike has performed well. I've had it about 2 months now or so. I'm up to about 3 miles each way on it. I am traveling country roads for the most part. I don't like to drive it in town, so I'm slowly building up where I can do like a 5 mile and a 10 mile each way trip. So that's pretty good. Like I said, the seat can really expand, so if you're taller, that's great. But if you are a really short person with a 30-inch inseam or maybe a 29-inch inseam, that's going to be about as low as you can go. So that was one of the questions people asked me. As far as power goes, it's 500 watts. It goes up and down the hills great. I'm 260 pounds on the hoof. No problems there. I've had no problems. The charger's charging right now. That's what it looks like when it's not charging. The only other mods, quote unquote, that I've done to this bike so far is two things. And one is I put that green tire seal inside the tires. Because I was riding it in town, so I thought if I got a little tack or a nail, that will help. They self-seal. I'll have a link to that in the video, but if you buy the tire seal, make sure you get it for tubes, not for the tires. They sell two kinds. One is the coat airless tires. You don't want that. You want the ones that go inside the tube. They're big fat tires. They take about 8 ounces each. Like I said, I'll have a link to it. Now, because I go out in the country a lot and I'm by myself for the most part, I also went and got this stuff here. They're called Ride Flat Free. They're for fat tires, toughies. What they are is like steel belted radios. That's the leftover. It comes two to a pack. They're pretty expensive. They're going to run you about 50 bucks or so. But the reason I did that was, since I'm way out in the country, now I'm 3 miles away or something. It's not like being in town. You get a little flat, it heals. You limp to a gas station, get some air or whatever. If you're out in the boonies and you get a flat, you got a 3 or 4 or 5 mile walk, or you got to call somebody. So the steel belted radios just line the inside of the tires. Plus I have, the green slime in them. So I'll put a link to those. I highly recommend that if you're out in the country, those will stop a lot of nails from going through. And even if they do get through, it'll be a small puncture hopefully, and then the green slime takes over. I have not had a flat tire yet in the 2 months of riding this up and back and forth. I ride it about every other day. I haven't taken it out in rain or when it got really cold here, but it very seldom gets that cold. So everything's working pretty good. One of the big things I wanted to tell you was I got a email from Tony at Revolve, and I told you what this bike cost me, and you might be able to get a little bit of discount. So the big news is Tony's going to be doing a GoFundMe campaign. He's coming out with like the Chopper Model 2. I don't know what they're going to call it, but he's having serious upgrades done to this bike. He's going to keep all the features you love, the seat, the handlebars, that back fender. But I know that when he does it, he's going to make that drum a 750 watt drum, I believe, instead of a 500. That controller is going to be upgraded from the 17 amp or whatever it is now to a 28 amp or something. Don't quote me, but it's higher. The control unit's going to be a little nicer. Not that anything's wrong with this. And a couple other features that he's doing. So as soon as I get the link to the GoFundMe page, I'll post it up. I don't, I'm not making any money off it. I'm just telling you. But the point that I'm trying to make is you'll be able to order them in advance. I think it's coming up in March. And so you order them in advance and they'll be here around May. The timelines, don't quote me. It all depends. But when I get that link, I'll send it to you and you'll save hundreds of dollars ordering a chopper. You'll save hundreds of dollars over what I paid, and you'll be getting all those upgrades, and I'll really be envious of that. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Go out and get yourself some slime for the tires. That's number one. Number two, if you're in the country, get these liners here. I'll have the links for them. And other than that, man, just have fun. I'm having a blast on this thing. I'm like a kid again, and for a 62-year-old or 3-year-old or however old I am now, to be able to ride 3 or 4 miles each way, and I'm really out of shape. It's just been really, really fun. So be safe out there, watch the traffic, and have some fun. Until the next time, see ya. Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching my videos. I really hope you enjoyed them. If you have a comment or a question, leave it in the comments section below. I'll be glad to answer it as soon as I can, or maybe one of my subs will. But remember, please hit that subscribe button that's going to pop up, and YouTube is going to put more videos for you to watch over here. So enjoy yourself, grab the popcorn, and just remember, we really appreciate you being part of our family and subscribing to our channel. All the support you give us has been wonderful. So have a great day, and we'll see you on the next video.